So this next story, it's not even so much an allegedly, and this fact is it's been not confirmed. Disco Inferno said it on a recent Cable 100 review that he heard from a very good source, nothing to do with any names that were mentioned earlier. The Death Riders storyline has literally zero plan. They were formed just because there was no idea of, oh yeah, we'll form this and have Moxley versus
Lashley to end it all and be our big coup de grace.
Yeah, so the idea was we're just gonna have the Death Riders form and they're gonna beat people up on TV and that's it for now.
Fucking ridiculous.
And that's why it's so bad. Like it's all like and that's not even so much of a news story as the fact that it pretty much confirms it even behind the scenes. There's people in AEW that know this is a disaster. This creative is as bad as it gets, and it's not going to change. Like which sort of leads into my next story.
Okay, let's go.
And that Ricochet clearly has backstage hate.
Do you think, okay, so we've been speculating. He gets choked out on Dynamite, made to look like a goof. He's walking around going, or whatever. He's doing like Woody the Woodpecker. There's some rumblings, the IWC sort of like, man, does he have heat already? We have seen him go out there and start going at fans. They threw toilet paper at him, and then Ospreay, we covered it on the live show last night, but actually 2 days ago, Time Cop. And, they threw toilet paper at him on Collision. Will Ospreay hit the deck, bellowed, laughing like it was like he's in the 6th grade, and this is the funny TPing's the funniest thing he's ever seen in his goddamn life. But so he's just laughing at him, which I was like, dude, you're just burying him more. I don't know. I felt weird about it. A lot of people didn't pick up on that. They're like, no, it's funny, Phil. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I feel like the way Ospreay's reacting is like actually a feud to Ricochet kind of. It felt weird. So now what you're bringing to the show, Husey, you're saying he's got heat backstage right now. Tell us why, or tell us any insight you might have, allegedly.
Well, I think stuff like, see, here's the thing that people got to remember. AEW is not like your regular company. It's not like WWE, which is a legitimate corporation. AEW is the greatest GM mode ever. Like there will never be the technology advanced by PlayStation that can ever recreate what
Not even
AEW
VR.
is.
MetaQuest won't touch this. Okay,
exactly. And their boss is not like a regular boss. Like people always say, Vince McMahon, he doesn't need the dirt sheets or websites. He's just more focused on his own company. It's like, okay, but here's the problem. AEW is run by the opposite. It's run by a total mark.
What do you mean? I'm not a mark.
There's nothing wrong with being a mark. We're vastly successful, and we've sold exactly $1 million worth of tickets for our upcoming show in 6 months' time. It's like, oh really?
6 months' time, but I'm telling you today. But really, it's in 4 hours because Time Cop. And then Sting will come, and I'll give him $5,000 to put his face paint on, and if I give him 10,000 more, he'll put the face paint on you.
Yeah, and it's like, really, Tony? You've sold exactly $1 million in tickets. Doesn't matter how many tickets that is. It just so happens that it came to exactly that moment. You liar.
Well, I put $1 million down, and I said, well, just give me as many as you like, and I'll hand them out to some of my pals.
Yeah, there's nothing gay about humping your pillow. If you think that it's Lita or Jade Cargill, it's very masculine.
Especially if it's a Joshi. If you bought it at a Stardom show, you can do whatever you want to the pillow. It's legal, I checked.
It's great.
Basically, unless you've publicly criticized AEW or any of that has leaked out to the dirt sheets or whatever. For example, that's why Camille has been taken off TV, and not that I'm saying it's okay,
Yeah.
But she really should have known better, and that it's not just the Trump stuff isn't the reason. It's that
Is she a
she's,
Trumpy or what?
I think so. But who
isn't like
isn't?
conning them Trumpy? Yeah, you're like, who is it? I thought
Yeah.
everyone in that company was like, who cares? You know, is that a thing? So I
Yeah.
was reading online, people are saying she's against Schmorshman. Shout out YouTube. And
Well,
she was.
that's good to know that she taken the fart box. But
come on now.
well, I take that back. She probably lets you pull out and come in her face too. Okay, so that's. But
Come on now.
but her problem is that she's publicly criticized Tony Khan's booking.
Yeah.
And she's one of these tweet and delete people. But it's like, here's the problem: all these dirt sheet people have you on notifications. So even if I went on YouTube or on Twitter, I should say right now, and tweeted like, I don't know, the N-word and deleted it straight away, if somebody has me on notifications, they've got it. So basically, she has publicly criticized Tony Khan multiple times.
She did, we covered it on the show, and Ringside News, she specifically said, just a reminder, if anybody didn't know, she was like, yo, I don't think I've actually been given a chance to like express who I am, even just standing there mean mugging, you know? So she just said that, and then all of a sudden, Mercedes Moné loses that match, or wins that match, pardon me, and then Camille's nowhere to be found. And also Statlander's nowhere to be found too.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that I remember some guy told me, I can't remember who, or whatever his name is, if you got the drop there.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know why he played that drop, but I just thought I would mention it. He said that when he was backstage at an AEW show, he said that it was literally like a giant high school, in that there was like the so-called the cool lunch table.
Yeah, the cool
And
clique.
and he said there was like a lunch table where certain people can sit at and can't sit at, and it gets ridiculous. So it's very easy to get behind the scenes hate like that. If somebody gets in Tony Khan's ear, like, well, I didn't think of it until you told me, but I'll change my plans.
And she is just gone with no explanation. It's crazy how they've just sort of gotten by. Well, it's not really crazy if you factor in how much money the Khans have, but I don't know how people give this a pass anymore. You know, I tried to be optimistic for a long time, but I just can't. I really can't anymore, especially with someone like Camille. How do you this up? But then, like you said, also Camille, how did you this up? Like, why would you sign there of all the places?
But even if she signed for the money, it's like, I gotta be honest that I've heard that Josh Alexander is likely signing with AEW, and to be honest, he's got like 2 kids. So you could get like triple the money to work less the dates and still be home with your family. I get it.
Me too. Yeah, I don't ever blame the talent. I don't ever call them idiots for why are you? But if she wanted to be used and to express herself and to all these things she's claiming she wanted, not all of these. It's not like she's out here like, I wanted to do this and this and that. She's not like Samantha Irvin saying like, I wanted to manage and valet and fly to the moon and be Vince own the company and be. But Camille is saying like, you know, I just want a chance to like do more than what everyone sort of pictured me as, and in AEW I still haven't had the chance to do that. Whatever. If that's what it is, if it's about the artistic expression thing, then you got to go to WWE, man, because in AEW I know they claim that, oh, you get to be, but unless you're Ricochet or Will Ospreay or one of these dudes who do completely crazy and you're just a normal wrestler, it doesn't matter if you have a tremendous look, tremendous size, if you're larger than life, if you can cut a great promo, none of that matters, because Tony only gives the people who do like the quote unquote crazy, the 5-star matches, the super wrestlers, the super wrestlers, Tony Khan. So
they're very talented. They're doing great, very profitable in 2025.
And
I've met Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
He was at after an OTT wrestling show. OTT is the biggest wrestling company allegedly in Dublin, or in Ireland, I should say.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell anymore, especially by tonight's attendance. Hey-oh! But seriously, folks. And it was after a show, and a bunch of us were out after a show. We're hanging out, we're talking, and over near what we call, I don't know if it's called over there in Canada, but a taxi depot.
Yeah.
And we're over there talking, and I'm making fun of women, and I'm being a racist. This is the way we do. It's what men do, you know. And you hear somebody go, "Are you guys waiting on this taxi?"
Oh,
And
you're
yeah,
a brother
and
around
I
the
was
corner.
like, and I said, "What, bloke?" It goes, "Are you having this taxi?" And it was Will Ospreay. And then I was like, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
And he was smaller than me, you English bitch. Let's go. I'll punch you in the face.
Oh my God, the rivalry continues, dude. You know, with the English or what?
Nope.
No.